Just usually, after a heated situation, whether you're wrong or you're right, regardless if you initially did it intentionally or it was a mistake, usually after some time, people come to more of their senses and say, you know what? I got to self reflect on that. And there are probably some things that I could have done better. There's some things that I could have perhaps chosen to do that wouldn't have led to this situation. Darth in the super chat, what's going on? So I'm going to say it is odd. It is not odd. It is funny. Some of the channels, I'm not even going to really call them content creators. Some of the channels that aren't making videos right now. Some of the channels that aren't generating content right now. It's kind of funny. They not generating content right now, probably for the last couple of weeks. Why? Well, I think we know why. It's funny. We feed. It's just odd that funny that some of these channels that we typically see when Max is on top, they pumping out content. When Max is not on top, they just dormant for the next few or couple weeks. Either way it goes, we still rolling in. Let's talk about Max Verstappen. He finally issues a post in regards to the situation. First, let's go over this nice video right here. And we're just going to take a look at this and take a look right here. This is it. Max Verstappen, and a lot of people try to credit him. Oh, he got to the apex first. It's all about that. He's great at using the rules to his advantage. No, this is an example of where Max is trying to get to a point that might be a sentence or a few words into a regulation and say that I did that, so I should be okay. And this is why we call him Dive Bombing Max. This is why he is crash trapping. This is why other people have other names for him in regards to his driving style, because he's reckless. So as we go right here, we'll clearly see coming to the apex that George Russell's making the pass. Now, George Russell is clearly ahead right here, and Max Verstappen's at his rear tires. Max is going to speed up, and then look at what Max is going to do. Russell's already going to make the turn. We've been here before with Max. He's already going to make the turn. Max is supposed to be letting Russell by. Max is supposed to be letting Russell by. Those are Max's instructions. Let Russell by. Give the position back. You cannot overtake there. He's not supposed to do it. Here he goes. And then look at it. You can see the swerve right there that Max Verstappen does in order to make contact purposely with George Russell. Look at it right there. And this is something that Max has been doing for the longest time. And somebody else that I'm going to call out is Lando Norris. Lando is what we thought he was. Lando is what we assumed he was. Lando is what we felt like he was. And it is unfortunate that Lando is just that. Lando is a punk when it comes to Max Verstappen. I don't want to say this, but I'm just calling it like it is. And I probably could use a better word to not seem so much of a personal attack on Lando's character. But Lando, let's just say soft. Lando is soft as butter in the microwave on melt for Max Verstappen. He was asked, do you think that that's a good example for kids that are karting to be set? And you know what Lando said, laughing and smirking and shit on the TV? That's not for me to say. What do you mean that's not for you to say? What do you mean that's not for you? Were you not a karter as a kid? Are you not a professional Formula One driver that has activations with young youths to set an example going forward? Is that not you, Lando? Is it not you that I was involved with as far as Smart Sheet and McLaren in Texas with young youth coming up doing STEM programs and you spending time setting an example for young kids coming up? How is it all of a sudden not your place to give your perspective on if said actions were admirable or of integrity for kids to look at and say, hey, this is what you should or you should not be doing? Only because it's Max Verstappen, you say it's not for you to say? That was a cop-out. It was cheap. It was weak. And it really shows and proves why people don't believe in you. And I don't think maybe you don't care, which I think you do because you make a lot of comments as far as mental reflection. You care to a degree. Maybe you don't care that much about what people view you as, but let me tell you this. People have their opinions on you based on your actions. And when you said it's not for you to say, if this is an example that should be set for kids, you look bad. You look bad when you said that. It looked like a bad situation for you to say. You shouldn't have said that. What you should have done and what you should have did is say, no, this is not a good example. This is something that we should not be doing. We do not want kids in karting to think that you can purposely wreck into other competitors. That is not what you should be doing. That it was not a good example to be set. I said all of that without saying Max Verstappen's name. I said all of that without saying Max Verstappen's name. You could have done the same. But you know what? Because you fly private jets with him, because you got matching necklaces, because you all up Max Verstappen's asshole, because you said Max owed you an apology, then you backed off saying he doesn't have to apologize to anybody. You look bad, bro. You look real bad right around there. And that's not a good look. And that really wasn't something that was something that you should have been able to say with somebody trying to fight for a driver's championship. But let's look at this. Let's look at Max Verstappen's response. Is we would hope that somebody of sensible nature would come and say, you know what? I did something. It was wrong. I got angry, and then I took out my aggressions on another competitor in a complete wrong way. It was something that shouldn't be tolerated in the sport that I am in. It's something that a champion as I am should not be representing out here. But let me show you what Max Verstappen said. Max Verstappen says, we. Right off the back, he starts off with we. We. Now, I want you to pay attention, and I want you to see where Max Verstappen implements the word I, okay? Because that is very important. What are you taking responsibility for doing, and what are you going to apologize for? Not we, not the team, not us, not they. What are you? I. Let's see when he implements the word I. And I'm going to tell you this. People that make a lot of content that just delusionally support Max Verstappen in such a Trumpish way, you're not going to see them pulling up today. You probably didn't see them pulling up yesterday. You probably didn't see them pulling up last week. You won't see them making these takes or saying these things because you know why? They tuck tail, they're cowards, they stick their head in the sand, and they let Max Verstappen piss all over their back until it's time for them to pick their head up and represent. That's what they do. They can't be out here in any weather, any storm, making takes and making content. That's not what they do, all right? They Max Verstappen glorified trolls and stands. We had and when he said this, I was like, okay, exciting. Okay. We had an exciting strategy and good race in Barcelona till the safety car came out. I don't know how many times or if Max Verstappen is totally oblivious to the fact that the safety car has saved his ass so many times. It's not funny, but I guess now there's a problem when the safety car comes out. Our tire choice to the end and some moves after the safety car restart fueled my frustration. The tire choice and some of the moves after the safety car fueled my frustration. I'm just telling you, this is pathetic. I can't even fully get through this without laughing or getting ready to make other remarks or comments because it is absolutely pathetic. It is pathetic. Okay. But as it is, moves after the safety car restart fueled my frustration, leading to a move that was not right and shouldn't have happened. Wait a minute. The safety car, the tire strategy, some moves after that, all of that led to a move that was not right and shouldn't have happened. Where is the word I? Where is anything in there that says You're the one who did the move. So Max Verstappen, again, blaming every and anybody for his lack of finishing higher up in position aside from himself. So we blaming the safety car. We blaming moves by whomever he's alluding to. We're blaming the strategy. He's blaming the safety car. He's blaming the strategy. He's blaming the tire choice. He's blaming moves by whoever he's referring to. He's blaming all that. Somehow that was an ingredient that caused the car to then be manipulated like Christine or Kit from a show to cause this move to happen. He can't even, with respect, mention what he actually did. He can't even, with respect, mention what he actually did. This is the character of somebody I do not respect right there. I don't respect those type of character traits. I don't respect that dump, trash, toilet integrity, because that's what that is. He blaming everything else. He can't even take responsibility. Look at this. The word I doesn't even come in until he wants to try to give himself some credit about what he typically does. I always give everything out there for the team, and emotions can run high. Max Verstappen, you chose to implement the word I right before you give yourself some credit. Bro, you should have implemented the word I when you were going ahead to admit what you did wrong, which you did not even do. He's not even admitting he did something wrong. He's not even admitting that he did something wrong. He's blaming a bunch of other things for what took place on track. You're the problem. Look at this. It's crazy. Our tire choice to the end and some moves after the safety car restart fueled my frustration, leading to a move that was not right and shouldn't have happened. This dude is full of shit. Max Verstappen, right here, you show and prove to the world you are full of shit, bro. I gotta say it. I always give everything out there for the team. Max is the only person out there giving everything for the team. The team's not giving everything for Max. All those strategies, Max Verstappen's working that out. All this fast and consistent pit stop, Max Verstappen's hopping out the car, grabbing the air gun, and he's doing all that. All the car development that led him through the most dominant portion of his life, having one of the most dominant cars, Max Verstappen's doing all that too. He's doing all that, except when things go wrong, the car's broken. When things ain't right, this car is slow. What did y'all do? F words, F bomb, all this. Anytime this petulant, spoiled ass child is not getting his way, it's everybody else's fault. It's everybody else's fault. Look at this. You win some together, you lose some together. See you in Montreal. Oh my gosh, Max Verstappen. Yo, look at this. I'm going to show you one more time. Never the word I until he wants to give himself credit. And the reason why George Russell had a car that Max Verstappen was in torpedo into him was because of the tire choice that other people did, the moves by somebody, the safety car restart, and all of this other stuff was the reason why. And he's the only reason giving everything. Yet Max Verstappen completely did not say, I should not have done that. I could have done something better. I purposely did what I did and that shouldn't have been done. None of that. Max Verstappen is absolutely dog shit when it comes to integrity. Absolutely dog shit when it comes to integrity. And I'm going to tell you this. It's the reason why people out there feel like delusional Max Verstappen tramp ball guzzling fans are like Trump fans, because y'all swallow Max Verstappen shit and call it lemonade or chocolate Krispy Kreme donuts. Just, is this your king? Must be. King of the toilet. Doo-doo. Yo, I can't, come on, who's respecting this? Who's respecting this? No accountability. Not taking responsibility. I'm just calling it like it is. You might not like the words I'm using. Maybe there are less curse words I could have used during this episode to better describe it, where all types of audiences could have been more receptible to it. Maybe I could have done that. You see how I did that? I took responsibility for what I just did here right now. You know, I said this about my actions. Max Verstappen could have done just that, but he didn't. And he never does. He never does. This is pathetic. And this is not the actions, the character, integrity, are what a GOAT would embody. Not at all. Paul in the super chat says his PR team are on damage control. That's not actually his idea. Got you. It split it up. They made him put that out. And you know what? If he cared, he would have stopped it. He would have stopped it. Lewis Hamilton would have stopped that. Lewis Hamilton, I saw doing a press conference where he had a bad day. And I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Laura Winters with her witch-looking self or somebody else. But Lewis Hamilton even apologized. Listen, it's not your fault. Listen, I don't know what you want me to say. Matter of fact, we'll make that video because I'm going to show you the difference between somebody who, even while they're still upset, can still take accountability for understanding that they might be coming off wrong to somebody and listen, trying to resolve it. I honestly, even after seeing that, there should have been some forethought and said, you know what? This dude really doesn't think he's done anything wrong. No. See you in Montreal? No, you won't see us in Canada. You won't even see us in Austria. We'll see you in Silverstone. You like those memories, don't you? We'll see you in Silverstone. And maybe then at a circuit where you should have learned not to take your... What's going on, baby cakes? All right, good people, listen. My wife just called me. She is at Sam's Club. She needs a jump. So guess what? I'm off to the rescue because I am responsible for my family. Peace and love. Max Verstappen, once again, proves why he is crash strapping. We out.